You know, it's another interesting question is why the Freddies? I mean, who is Freddie? And again, I don't have a background in airline industry. I'm not a marketing guy. I really, in the 80s when I started what I do, just thought about flying to earn miles. But when I got this idea for some sort of an award, actually, to go ask other frequent flyers and kind of pull the results, if you will, to determine the better frequent flyer programs out there, I looked around the industry for something that could be named after, you know, kind of like memorable. The Oscars, the Emmys, you know, they by and large have been named after some people, but some events, and sometimes just made up. And I didn't think the Randy sounded too good. That's my mom's name for me, and I'm proud of that. But I needed something else that was really relevant to the industry. So I started to do research, and interestingly enough, when I started to do research, I had never heard of Freddie Laker. I mean, that was before my time, if you will, and I wasn't a big traveler when he had done his thing in the past, if you will, but started to do research, and you know, I came across this Sir Freddie Laker character, if you will, and he was larger than life in his time. But it turned out that the Queen of England knighted Sir Freddie for literally his contributions to the travel industry. He by and large kind of created what we call today the low-cost carrier syndrome. He was the world's first low-cost carrier. He, with Laker SkyTrain, was the first to do low-cost flights across the Atlantic, and today people in the business like Sir Richard Branson of Virgin Atlantic Airways credits his start in the business to the mentoring and the legacy that Sir Freddie had. So did some more research and really felt comfortable that, you know, this guy's got a good rep in the industry. He's contributed quite a bit. He's considered really a person who kick-started many of the things that we almost take for granted today in certain parts of the industry. So I decided to name it after Freddie Laker, if you will. Kind of liked the name, worked okay, it was safe. He had a rich history of contributions to the industry, and he was fairly well known, not to me at the time, but fairly well known among the real airline industry, if you will. You know, I'm just a frequent flyer guy. There's no real icon, if you will, for miles and points, but pointing towards somebody like Freddie Laker, who did contribute quite a bit to the industry, was, I think, a very good choice. And as I said in one of the other statements I've made, that one of the highlights was actually meeting him and getting to know him real well before he passed away a few years ago. But yeah, Freddie Awards, aptly named.